Morning guys, welcome back to Alan's Allotment. Thanks for popping along. If it's your first time here, think about hitting that subscribe button on the bottom, then the little bell icon, select all, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe to this channel. Okay guys, welcome back. It's Sunday the 20th of June 2021. We didn't video anything at all yesterday, and we didn't get anything at the allotment done yesterday. Basically the backyard was in need of a revamp, and I'd had my orders from Mrs. C that we needed to tidy it up some. So yesterday the entire day was spent ripping down all the old reed fencing, cleaning all the rubbish, cleaning all the plant pots, everything that was there, garden benches, the lot, and stripped right back to bare walls. And I've now bought some new decking and new fence panels, and I've restarted doing the backyard, and we've got everything cleaned down, and I've got most of the fencing done, and I've got the walls reclad, all the rubbish rid of, and it's thanks to the two lads again, Andrew, my son-in-law, and my son Tony. Basically B&Q couldn't do the delivery for the wood that I wanted to get cracking with on a Saturday, so needless to say, the two lads to the rescue again. Andrew managed to acquire me a trailer for a lend of, and Tony brought his animal through and hooked it up and came through and got all the panels from B&Q. And I loaded the car up with decking boards, and between us we got all the materials that I needed to get cracking. So we got the backyard sorted out, more or less. It's not finished. I've still got the benches to make and planters to make and things like that, and I made a video of that, but we'll just see how it goes, guys. Right, so today I have absolutely zero energy, none. I've absolutely burned myself out. I was up at 3 o'clock in the morning yesterday, and I never stopped from 3 in the morning till 7 p.m. at night. But it was a good job. So today, I'm just having a bit of a chill day. There's all sorts need doing up here. The grass needs cut again. I'm just going to top up the corn bins and water barrels. I've fed and watered all the birds, I've done all that. And I'm just going to give you a bit of an update with the last of the youngsters that's in these sheds. So in the frill stencil loft where the blondinette is, the two blondinettes are, the old blondinette cock never filled his eggs. I didn't think he would, so they're on pots. The little trig just above, the little reduced trig, and the white bar frill stencil are back on pots again as well. And the top one is a fantastic Allotment, a really nice one, and it'll be getting kept, that one. So I'm pleased I got that, because I only have the one Allotment cock left. Whether it's a cock or a hen is irrelevant. I'll be keeping it for the colouring. And then the nest mate is also a Allotment, but it's Allotment pied in almost identical shade of Allotment, but it has the pied factor. We may just keep it on the off chance anything should happen to the other one. And then we've got a little toy stencil, frill stencil youngster in there with that as well. It's being raised off the white bar, white check Trigonino and young blondinette cock. That's the last of those four that we've taken off that pair, and that's in there being raised by the Allotment and the checker. Then we've got a lovely frill stencil on the top nest. The one single youngster on the top nest is a frill stencil, another highlight. And then the youngsters off the Andalusian frill stencil, or the eggs rather, off the Andalusian frill stencil, and the white bar toy frill stencil cock from the race loft that we floated under the white bar cock in here. They've hatched, and the Allotment hen with the brown speck cock's eggs have also hatched. So I'll give you a quick look when we go in the shed, and that's about all today's video will be about, guys. I'm just having a cup of coffee as usual, and then I'll bring you along. Right guys, so we're in the big stock loft again. I'll just give you a look at these last youngsters here. So in here, this young Qualman pied is the youngster of this Qualman cock and this Czech hen. As you can see, it's a really nice youngster. And they are also fostering the youngster of the young blondie neck cock and the white Czech Trigonino. As you can see, it's fully laced with TS2 by the look of it at the moment, and it has that distinctive white spot on the rump like all the other youngsters as well. So that's those two. It's not exactly a good photo of that one yet, but and of course they've gone back on eggs again, and we've just put them on pots. Moving up, we have another Andalusian frill stencil, white spotting in the tail, white bars, Andalusian. Really nice youngster to finish the rounds off on these. They are back on pots again now. As I said, I'm stopping breeding now. I'm happy with that. I'll take that as a final off them. But of course all the other youngsters that came off them this year are Andalusian. In fact, yes, they've all been Andalusians. And there's another frill stencil, but not as well marked as this one. But we'll take that. We only have the 3 of them this year, but that's it. That's fine. They're all frill stencil. 2 are frill stencil, 1's an Andalusian brown bar. But of course it carries the frill stencil gene. So I'm really happy with that. And then basically what's happened here is these are getting ready to lay again. These are the ice pair, and we've put the pan back over on that side, and they'll just go down on there. The milkies again, the eggs are as clear as a bell. These are back on pots again now. These are back on pots. This hen's getting ready to lay again. We took her eggs off her. This pair is still sitting. This is the white Czech Lebanon and the brown laced frill stencil. Still sitting in the pan, still haven't laid an egg. And then moving up, as you can see, the eggs have hatched in here off the I said in the shed it was a Qualman, it's not, it's an almond hen. These are for Mark as a swap for some milkies if they turn out to be almonds, which we're hoping they are this time. She hasn't bred any this year. And by the way, this almond here is her son from last year. And then we have the white bar cock up there, which we're not going to disturb him, he's way too aggressive. We're just, and he's sitting the eggs off the frill stencil, Andalusian frill stencil and the white bar cock out of the other stock loft, guys. So right guys, we're in the frill stencil shed, what I call the frill stencil shed. So we basically now have 4 youngsters off this young blondie neck cock, who's got the full lacing, and he's still getting more lacing. He's not as well marked as the other one, but it gets better with age. So we've got 4 off him now, 4 youngsters off him, with paired to this little hen here, which is a toy stencil Trigonino, and they're rearing this young Qualman for me. So this is obviously off the Qualman. Actually it does look like it's got a little tick in the eye and a little spot on the head, so it could be pied factored as well, but we'll still keep it anyways, guys. It's going to be a really nice Qualman, that. So that's all that's left in here youngster wise. She had actually laid another set of eggs in there with that, and I threw them out. Then she laid another set of eggs in here, and I threw them out, and I've put her on pots. And then down here we have the white bar cock, paired to the reduced hen, and we've plenty of youngsters off those. I think we've got 3 of them now in total. And then moving down, we have the old blondie neck cock, And of course he hasn't filled his eggs. Again, he's pretty much had it from a fertility point of view, guys. He'll just see his days out in here. Well, not necessarily in this shed, but he'll just see his days out with me. So that's pretty much it, guys. Just a quick roundup for you. Right, guys, I came over to the garden just to get a few bits and pieces to take down, and I can't believe what I've seen. I still haven't caught Jeff, but look at the state of this. It's been in the beds and it's digging the potatoes up all over the place. Absolutely unbelievable. I wondered, I thought the potatoes were looking a bit yellow here, and I thought they must want water or something. They're actually being uprooted by this flaming thing. And I've checked all the traps again and I still haven't managed to catch it. Hey. What's more, it hasn't just been contented with digging them up. It's actually chewing them as well. And taking chunks out of them. Absolutely unbelievable. Bit of wind blowing this plastic corrugated sheeting around. That's the noise in the background, guys. I'm absolutely give up, guys. I really do. I give up. I'm not going to bother no more. I just spent all this time doing all of this, and I'm absolutely. It's scraped the top off the trap, but it hasn't went in it. Taking the cardboard off. It's digging laggy holes up all over the place again now. I've checked the traps, there's still nothing there. I've reset another one over here. I just can't get on top of it, guys. Until I can stop it, I can't do anything about it. It's dug in here, it's uprooted the garlic. It's all fell over. That's not going to amount to anything now. I had been just thinning out this turnip bed, pulling every other one, sorting out these, cutting the leaves back on the Brussels, cutting the cabbage back to leave the hearts. And then I just happened to glance over into the growing area. I thought, one or two of these potatoes look like they're going yellow, they look like they want a drink. And then as I walked over here like this, I spotted this large potato on the top, and I thought, is somebody playing games here? Then another one, then another one, then two in the path, and over there. I'm going to have to harvest these if I'm going to get anything at all out of them. I'll see you later, guys. Right, guys, I really could have done without this. I don't have the energy, so what I've done is I've taken out where it's been digging up and already brought them to the surface, and here as well. And to be honest, the harvest, they probably can all be pulled, but I just don't have the energy to pull the whole lot and back them up. So basically what I've done is I've went to the areas where it was the worst, and it dug them up and lifted them already, so they were already above surface, and the sun would have got them and turned them green, or birds would have got them, whatever. And I've basically taken, well, a fairly decent harvest there already, out of 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18 plants. So that's not bad out of 18 plants there, guys. But as you can see, I do like these potatoes. Even as new potatoes, look at the size of these things. So, and you get a good mix. This year there's a lot more small ones. There wasn't last year, but that's because Jeff, I would imagine, has uprooted them early. They're not supposed to come up till the end of June, or even the first week in July. And especially with the year we had, they were later getting started and everything. So that's not bad, I suppose, considering the 3 weeks early. However, I really didn't want the work to do because I've got no energy. I'm just going to bag these up and I'm give you a final roundup, guys, and I'm going home. I'll see you later. Right guys, I'm just having another cup of coffee. Yeah, I'm really annoyed. Excited in the first half of the day, the minute I came up and seen the full stencils. And oh, by the way, the bonus youngster that we had in that other race loft, a fantail cock had basically pecked it to death. So we lost that, and I've removed the fantail cock and put it in one of the cock sections. So yeah, we came up on a positive note, although I had no energy. And then when I went over to the growing area, I thought, well, we want a couple of little turnips for a little bit of harvest. And what I've done is I pulled every other turnip, and we basically taken them just sort of that size, nice and sweet as they are. So we pulled 12 of those out, and then I cut all the foliage back on the other turnips, so to get them air through them, and also so I could get them watered and weeded and leave them to carry on. Then I thinned out all the others. I took the outside leaves off the cabbages and things like that, trimmed I thinned out the beetroots, cut them back, and I thought, that's it, I've had enough, I'm going now. And then I just happened to glance over at the potatoes, see how they were doing, and spotted one or two of them were going yellow. I thought, they're crying out for a drink, I'm going to have to water them before I go. And of course, it wasn't a drink, it was Jeff, and we haven't caught him. So, the traps aren't working. I'm going to have to resort to Billy. One of my subscribers had put a comment in. Billy Irving had suggested putting castor oil and washing up liquid, excuse me, mixing it up in a watering can and pouring it down the holes. Now my theory around that is, well, if I pour it down a hole in this bit, it'll move to the other beds, and then I'll have to contend with that. And so that's the reason why I didn't do it in the first place, Billy. But I am going to try your method and hope and pray it works. It won't be today because I do not have any energy at all. I'm amazed I've managed to do what I've done. I'm literally just going to get a brown paper bag and bag those potatoes up, and I'm going home for the day. It's already 3:10. I didn't intend staying up here this long, but it is what it is. Part of me wishes I'd never went over in the growing area, because when I see something, it has to be done. If I see it needs doing, it's got to be done. Energy or no energy, but part of me wishes me I went over there and buried my head in the sand, but then it needs must. On a positive note, we've got to harvest new potatoes, and I suppose we now know that they are ready from here on in. We'll leave them as long as we can, but at least they can start to be taken now. I might have come up through midweek each night and just go over and pull 2 or 3 plants and bag them up. Come up another night, 2 or 3 plants, bag them up, and do it like that, guys. So yeah, I will be trying your experiment, Billy, so stay tuned, guys, and we'll find out whether Billy's method actually does work. I've got nothing to lose and everything to gain, and if it works, then thanks very much, Billy. We'll give it a go anyways. Right, guys, I'm finishing with a cup of coffee, I'm bagging the potatoes up, and I'm going home. Thanks for watching and listening to me drivel on, as usual. If it's your first time here, please hit the subscribe button, then the little bell icon. Select all, and that'll alert you every time I put up a new video. Don't forget to like, dislike, or leave a comment in the sections below. For now, guys, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, be practical, keep yourselves out of harm's way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again in the next video.